There we go. Okay, so this is essentially like a follow-up to the Dogman video that I posted. Um, Posted that about, I think the little thing just says I posted it a week ago, but I thought it was more like 2 weeks ago. It might have been more like a week and a half ago. Anyway, that's not the point. Point is, this is a follow-up to that. I did return to the area where I saw the possible dogman creature. Possible in that I cannot say that it was a dogman beyond a shadow of doubt. That would be, to me, that's an inappropriate assumption because it could have been any number of creatures. I mean, I can say that it looked way different than all the creatures that I've seen before, but there's things that, can happen to coyotes, I would assume, mutations perhaps, or, I don't know, fall into a vat of radioactive sludge and become weird. I don't know. I think there's a lot of things that can happen to animals. And it could have just been that. That could just be what people see when they see dogman, or, it could be its own species. So I think I'm more inclined to believe that dogmen are like their own species because they are so vastly different with characteristics that people list, and I think that they're probably just an animal, and we should just be working, as many of us are, to gather that evidence and just continue the search. And yeah, so I wanted to put some sort of disclaimer in here because I am, in my opinion, I'm not the best talker, and I do have memory issues. I've had health issues in my life that have contributed to that I don't want to go into. I can in another video if anybody's interested in that. It's not my favorite thing to talk about because of what I've been through, health-wise. So I think that can throw people off because I don't remember things like the best, and I think people are like, you can be disbelieving or like thinking that I'm just making this up, and I think that's totally valid. I can see where you're coming from. So I think I can improve in a lot of ways. I hope I am trying to communicate in the best way I can. Yeah, I don't want that to be any sort of excuse because I think that no matter where you're at, you can always do better in life in general, no matter who you are, no matter what you've been through. I just wanted to tell where I'm coming from and where I'm at because I'm still trying to take care of myself and heal from stuff that's happened before. Again, I don't really want to go into that crap, but if anybody's interested in a more health related video, I'm totally willing to talk about it. There's a part of my brain that is saying I don't think people are that interested in it. Yeah, and it's not cancer, and I didn't have anything that crazy. So I don't want anybody to think that. It wasn't that it wasn't I'm assuming it's a disease. I don't know what you would call whatever, but yeah, so anyway, that can be a whole separate video. But I do think that I have a lot of room to improve as far as talking goes, as far as presenting myself goes, and that's hard for me because I don't think that I look the best physically, and yeah, I think I kind of talk in a monotone a little bit, so I got a lot of improvement to make. But anyway, so we'll get on with the video here after that little disclaimer. So I returned to Clayton, Michigan, where I saw the dogman, if that's what it was. Can't say that, it's not appropriate. I don't think that I can say beyond a shadow of doubt that's what it was. So maybe I should relabel the video. I don't know if that would make people comfortable, more comfortable or not. But yeah, so I returned to where I thought I saw the possible dogman, right? I returned to that area. I just wanted to report that there is a lot of animal activity in that area in general. I'm talking like coyotes, lots of deer. I did see deer, and a lot of fairly large deer too. Like I saw them in the distance, and they seem to be pretty large. At least a couple males. So that's a good food supply for a dog, man. One would think. And the weird thing that I wanted to report too is that optical illusion is totally a thing. So when you're looking out in the woods, I thought I saw like a boar, like a wild pig. I thought I saw like a giant wild pig head pretty high up in the trees. Cause it looked like it had the shape, it was like sort of like a horse, but like wider at the top, if you know what I'm saying, like wider at the top of the skull and sort of slimmed down, with eyes more on the sides, like a horse eyes, or kind of like a pig's eyes, because of the size seemed to be more of like a wild pig, sort of beady, but definitely like very visible. And it was like kind of glinting, so I'm like so confused about what I'm looking at, and I'm just like, I don't know, I was blown away by whatever optical illusion that was, or if it was an animal. I was just blown away, like, this looks like such a fake. Is it like, did someone put like a weird mask with glinting eyes up in a tree to like freak people out, to keep people out of here? It's a public area, it's a recreation area, so I'm just thinking like, well, what, like, am I that, because I was pretty freaked out I didn't want to get out of my car by any means, and I was like kicking myself for even returning to this place. Like, how stupid could I be to return here? And then I see that this optical illusion, what I'm telling myself is an optical illusion, of this weird shaped head thing, and I can picture it so perfectly in my mind. And I was just staring at it for like probably just minutes, but it felt like forever just staring at this thing. And it seems to like blink here and there, and I'm like, oh, I do not like this. And I did not like the way it made me feel, just like terror. So anyway, luckily I was a little bit less freaked out than I could have been, and that's why I was able to kind of watch this thing for as long as I did. Because there's a fisherman there as well. Just, he has like a headlamp on, which is why I first caught sight of him, and obviously his vehicle was there, so I was like very much relieved that there was a live person hanging around, and there's a lot of noise in the area, so if things go deathly quiet in a lot of encounters, you hear that happens, and that's, right after that, when you notice things are quiet, a lot of times right after that is when the dogman appears, or comes out of the brush. So luckily I kept my window cracked so I could keep tabs on that and see the level of activity around me. And I don't know if I mentioned this yet, that there were coyotes off in the distance. So just a lot of animal activity in that area in general. So that's basically my report. I don't know what sort of optical illusion, or if that was an animal head, but it was just really, it seemed like it was just large and like off in the distance. As much your mind can, see something and see all sorts of different faces or like shapes in that. So that's what my the logic in me is, just saying, weird. You know, it was somehow leaves were shiny, and that's how the eyes were glinting, or the shape of the bark in a tree was just perfectly like that. It could be any number of things that create that image that I was just looking at, and yeah, so that was terrifying. And I don't know if I'm gonna be returning. If I do, I would love to have someone with me, probably just like a friend or something. I don't know. My girlfriend is not interested in returning there. She was with me in the first time we went there, so I've jokingly, like, hey, you want to go back there? It sounds, romance, right? And she's just kind of gives me this look. So that's my update. Yeah, that's luckily I did not see it again, and I even just driving up there, I was like so on high alert. Or I guess down there, since it's south, I should say down there, not up there. Um, yeah, it was just a very stressful thing to do, and yeah, I did. My camera's not good, or not camera. This is an iPhone. It's not good at taking videos in the dark, and because it was so dark, I mean, I videotaped me driving along the road just in case anything was to run in front of the car. So I did videotape a little bit of that, like just me driving slowly on the dirt roads there. Didn't really catch anything of value, so I don't know if I'll be posting that or not. But yeah, thanks for watching. I was thinking about making a video about like the health issues that I've had, but it just sounds so boring. Like I don't know who's gonna be interested in that. Comment below if you think I should return once again to Clayton, Michigan's recreation dark sky park area. It just gives me, I don't know, it makes me feel weird, but yeah, let me know if I should return, maybe with a buddy. And if anybody goes there, let me know if you see anything crazy, like if there's any weird creatures there, just let me know. Thanks for watching. Sorry, I'm probably coming off extra weird today. Yeah, life is weird. Appreciate you watching, and I hope you have an excellent day.